Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to GG Press, the German Foreign Ministry summoned the Chinese ambassador to Germany on July 2 to express deep concern over reports that China had trained Russian military units. This diplomatic move was reported by the German magazine Der Spiegel on July 3. During the meeting, which took the form of an informal emergency consultation, Germany warned China that any actions enabling Russia to sustain its invasion of Ukraine pose a direct threat to Germany's security. This development highlights growing European anxieties over Beijing's military cooperation with Moscow amidst the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. According to Al Jazeera, 6 prominent human rights and media freedom organizations, including Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch, have warned that the recently signed Lebanon-Israel Framework Agreement threatens to betray the victims of war crimes. In a joint statement, the groups highlighted that Clauses 3 and 13 of the U.S. brokered agreement, signed on June 26, appear designed to prevent victims of serious international crimes from seeking justice in international forums, including the International Criminal Court, ICC, and the International Court of Justice, ICJ. Furthermore, the organizations raised concerns over Clause 3, stating it conditions the return of displaced residents to border areas currently occupied by Israel on the disarmament of non-state groups, which they argue violates international humanitarian law on forced displacement. While the Lebanese presidency defended the framework as a step that empowers the national army rather than legitimizing Israeli occupation, critics and victims of the conflict in Lebanon have strongly condemned the deal, arguing that accountability and individual rights to justice and reparations should not be used as political bargaining chips. According to a report by Al Jazeera, NASA has launched an unprecedented robotic rescue mission aimed at saving an aging space telescope that is in danger of burning up in the Earth's atmosphere. The Swift Observatory, a $250 million telescope launched in 2004 to study gamma-ray bursts, has been sinking faster than expected due to recent solar storms. To prevent its destruction, a $30 million mission was initiated. Northrop Grumman successfully launched the Link spacecraft, built by U.S.-based Catalyst Space Technologies from the Marshall Islands on Friday. Link was carried into orbit via a Pegasus rocket deployed from a modified aircraft. Over the next several weeks, the 3-armed Link spacecraft will locate and rendezvous with the Swift telescope. Once docked, the robot will attempt to propel the observatory approximately 300 kilometers higher, returning it to its initial orbital position. NASA officials noted that this highly complex operation involves multiple technological firsts. If successful, the mission could establish a new framework for satellite servicing, effectively granting a second life to valuable aging assets in space. According to Al Jazeera, Israeli settlers have intensified their attacks in the occupied West Bank, increasingly targeting essential infrastructure and Palestinian livelihoods. Local sources report multiple incidents where settlers severed the main electricity line to Al-Mania village, cutting off power twice in a single week. In Tulkarm, agricultural greenhouses were vandalized, damaging key farming facilities. Furthermore, settlers have seized control of the Ain Rawabi spring near Jerusalem, which serves as the sole water source for local Bedouin shepherds and their livestock of approximately 1,300 sheep. This seizure poses an immediate threat to the livelihoods of dozens of Bedouin families. In Jalud village, a Palestinian family's home, which was being built for a newly engaged son, was seized by settlers despite appeals to Israeli authorities. Palestinians continue to face rising vandalism, land grabs, and physical assaults, which are closely linked to settlement expansion. A recent United Nations inquiry revealed that Israeli settler attacks on Palestinian villages and agricultural lands have surged by 830% since 2023, exacerbating fears of systematic displacement. According to CNBC, U.S. Representatives Dan Mueser, ARPA, and Gil Cisneros, D. Calif, have become the first known members of Congress to disclose purchasing shares of SpaceX following the company's historic June IPO. Mueser, who serves on the House Financial Services Committee, and Cisneros, a member of the House Armed Services Committee, reported their respective family stock purchases in public financial disclosures. While there is no evidence that either lawmaker violated federal laws or traded based on non-public information, the reports have renewed scrutiny regarding stock ownership by elected officials. Committee assignments for both representatives are particularly relevant given that the House Armed Services Committee oversees the Department of Defense, a major customer for SpaceX. Both representatives have highlighted compliance with disclosure regulations, with Cisneros noting that his portfolio is managed by outside financial advisors. This development follows previous reporting by CNBC on family investments linked to Musk-affiliated ventures. Congress continues to face ongoing debates over whether to implement a comprehensive ban on individual stock trading for its members. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.